And in your role as CEO, as you told Representative Comer, you would never today endorse statements that blatantly contradict climate science, correct?
Correct.
And so if an organization, for example, today were to say they do not believe in the linkage between fossil fuels and warming, I assume you would say that's false, correct?
I wouldn't support that statement.
You would say it's false?
In looking at the full context of the statement, I'd make a judgment on that, but that's...
I mean, you would say it's false that there's no linkage between fossil fuels and warming, correct? I mean,
the combustion of fossil fuels leads to emissions, which is linked to climate change, yes.
okay. And I assume you know that your former Exxon CEO, Lee Raymond, made exactly that statement in 2002, nearly 25 years after Exxon's report. He said, quote, he does not believe, quote, that the science establishes the linkage between fossil fuels and warming. Now, I'm glad you admitted that that statement is false, and I really don't want to dwell on the past. But in the spirit of giving you the chance to turn the page for the company, I assume you would acknowledge that Mr. Raymond's statement was a mistake and the company regrets it, correct?
I think Mr. Raymond's statement was consistent with the science at the time.
I don't even want to argue that, Mr. Woods. I don't even want to argue that. We could go back and forth. You said it's a false statement. You know, when I make a statement that's wrong, when most people make a statement that's wrong, they say, okay, it's a mistake, we regret it. I'm just asking you for that. I assume now that it's a false statement that the company regrets making it and would acknowledge that, right?
I think the expectation would be that we'd look at that at the time it was said, and years ago that was.
But forget whether it was consistent or not. Can you just acknowledge that it was a mistake to make? If someone makes a mistake, just say it was a mistake, and you regret that that statement was out there. Would you say that?
I don't think it's fair to judge something 25 years ago with what we've learned since that
well,
time.
I'm disappointed that you're not even willing to say that something is a mistake. Doesn't inspire a lot of confidence about, you know, introspection and going forward. I'm surprised, actually. I thought you would just say it's a mistake. It's not asking you much to say, hey, it's a mistake that someone's put that out.